So this is the point where I say, let's roll some dice in anger. If anyone is watching and would like to like and subscribe or comment, please feel free to do so. This is Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, Campaign 2, Session 3. I'm Dave, Dungeon Master. To my right is Lewis, who's playing Theron. Beneath him is Craig, who's playing Edda. To Craig's left is Josh, who's playing Micah. And then, last but not least, is Jake, who's playing with gloves on, apparently. Are you painting?
I'm just finishing off an oil wash.
Oh, all right, fair enough. Yeah, well, I need to ask you a question now about oil washes. How long do you leave them to dry? Because they seem to take forever to dry.
Depends which oil paints you're using and which mineral spirit. If you're using cheaper mineral spirit like B&Q stuff, tends to dry a bit faster. Can be 20 minutes. Sometimes it can be like hours. If you're using like the Winsor & Newton stuff, mine normally take hours. But if you put a hairdryer over the top of them, it tends to dry faster.
Oh, okay.
Just obviously watch what you're breathing in.
Yeah.
Painting tips from Jack.
Yeah. He said, yeah. Well, they're
covering all that.
They're quite good at painting. Lewis has got like a small business going. I think Jake takes commissions as well, painting too.
Oh, cool.
I used to, yeah. I've not done one for quite a while. I've still got one sat on my shelf that I need to finish.
Anyway, back to business. So last we left you, you had tangled with your first draconians, and rescued the Reese and taken him back to his farmhouse, and then robbed the farmhouse, and then apologised for robbing the farmhouse.
There was nothing to rob.
Yeah, no, there wasn't. No, in fact, if anything, you gave them 8 gold. I think it was in the end that you ended up giving to them. So what? How we finished? Not far from the farmhouse, only perhaps a couple of hours away, probably less than that, was the barb. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the session by taking you. Night has just fallen, and it is the night of the eye. And I've managed to find a much better image than the one I had previously for the night of the eye.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's much better. This is from Dragonlance Nexus. The Dragonlance Nexus are a sort of, I think they're like a publishing house for 5th edition Dragonlance things. So Solanari, the white planet, the god of good magic, and then Lunatari, the red moon. Did I say planet first? I did, didn't I? Red moon, and then Nuatari, which you guys can only see during this night of the eye, have all converged as you approach the barb. The barb, if you recall, is a destroyed wizard's tower. It's just a cylindrical ruin, basically. And as you approach on this night, everything is quiet, no one's about. You can see inside the ruin itself as you're sort of approaching it from a 3/4 angle as it's destroyed down. There's nothing inside and no one about other than the light of the 3 moons and the rest of the stars with the 2 constellations missing. So I'll open it up straight away. Nothing seems to be happening. What do you want to do?
I think Theron will probably like take lead on this bit, kind of walk up to it and say, "Oh, it's fucking anticlimactic, isn't it?"
I guess. Well, what were you expecting, Theron?
At least a party. Some nice witches.
I mean, from looking at the state of the building, does it look like it's quite run down and like battered?
It's destroyed, completely destroyed. Yeah, it's sort of from a 3/4 aspect. the way you're approaching the door frame is half a door frame, and there's 15 foot of ground in front of you, and the building is to the left of that is still intact, but it's mostly just crumbled ruins.
I mean, I don't get how we could have really anticipated any different. The building looks like it's about to fall on its fucking arse.
Okay.
I'll go towards it.
What's Loki doing? Is he doing anything in particular, or is he sniffing about, or?
He's he you can tell his pupils are dilated. And he's sort of doing that. His tail's gone all fuzzy, and the hairs on the back of his on his back are standing up a little bit. Edda, as you start to approach, you get a strange sense that something's not quite right. Everything still looks peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
I think Theron probably noticing Loki's kind of gone like that, something almost twigging his head. He'll almost kind of. And then he'll just click his things back. Oh, yeah. Can I cast Detect Magic?
Sure. You're doing it with a slot, or you're going to do a ritual?
I'll do a ritual just to save the slot.
Okay. So you're going to call everyone back because the ritual's going to take about 11 minutes to do.
Yeah. I'll basically tell them and go, I've got an idea.
Okay.
Something came to me.
How long does it last for you, Detect Magic?
I'll double check for you. It lasts. It doesn't actually say.
I guess the one thing, like, how
The
would ask
instantaneous.
both Edda and potentially aim it at Theron as well, but it was like, I mean, have you boys ever seen anything like this before? Like, in terms of like this building, this structure, like, have you seen any buildings or structures similar to this?
No. No.
Theron will probably joke around and say, I've seen empty buildings before. Yeah.
I'm not talking about empty buildings. You know what I mean? And almost like shit, not necessarily like be frustrated, but just be like, come on, I'm asking a serious question for once.
He'll just kind of stop and go, serious.
I don't remember seeing anything like this before.
Yeah, but to be honest, you haven't got out much, have you, really?
No, good point.
Theron will probably chuckle that and go, hey, got you there.
I would like to go and like have a little closer look, maybe see if there's any like carvings or anything like on that are visible from the outside of the stonework.
Have an investigation check then, Josh. Detect Magic lasts 10 minutes. Duration 10 minutes.
Whoa, 23. Not 20.
Nice. Okay. So with a 23, what I'll tell you, I already I described to you last time that Hal remembered this being a wizard's tower. It was something to do with its location. He'd recalled possibly Espin had told him about this ruined tower being close to Vogler. But with a natural 20 investigation, it just looks like a crumbled old ruin. It's I suppose the only thing I'd give you is it's a really good roll. Perhaps next to the crumbled door frame, you sort of roll over the lintel that would have been above on the outside, and you see markings, arcane markings that you believe would denote who lived there, like a sort of number 42 Smithfield Road type thing.
Yeah. Nothing major.
Yeah.
Is it like a big heavy stone lintel, or is it would it be something that I could lift and take back, or is it too heavy for that?
It's too heavy.
Yeah, okay. In that case, I'll just leave it in place, kind of like return to the group where Theron's kind of guessing his ritual.
Okay. So every time one of you approaches, and Edda's already experienced this, you do get a tingling sensation that something's not quite right. But as Theron completes his detect magic spell, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say to you that on completion, being a reasonably overcast night, clouds obscure the moon. And your detect magic isn't detecting anything in particular, but as you continue to concentrate on it and the cloud shifts, the rays of light from the 3 moons strike the ruin and especially the interior, and all of a sudden you're getting strong hints of enchantment magic coming from inside.
Okay. What's your perception, Josh?
My perception is. Oh god. Oh, sorry. 16.
Okay. Dave.
Yep.
Can I try and play a prank on Josh?
Yeah.
Can I try and do it stealthily?
Okay.
I'll explain a little bit more, but shall I roll stealth to see if I can actually pull it off?
Okay.
Oh shit! Not with a 7, I'm not.
No, well, so all we'll do is we'll figure into you failing to. So whatever you were going to do happens to yourself because Micah sees you. So tell us what you were going to do, and then you.
No more. It was going to be a case of like wandering over to one of the rooms and going, "Oh, well, this looks really interesting." Almost try and pique Micah's interest. And I would have got the Noma Erotica book out and laid it out, so as he walked around the corner, he would have seen the images. But as I've done that, the wind's blown it away and took it into one of the flames and completely destroyed the book.
Oh. Okay, and you're on mute, Jake.
That was our most prized possession.
It was.
What were you? What? Why were you walking off into the ruins with the book out? What were you going to do with it?
What?
Probably the same thing that what's his face who we nicked it off was going to do with it.
What I'll do, Lewis, I'm just going to rewind slightly because if it was to do with the Noma, I'm not going to destroy the Noma Erotica because I still enjoyed it. As you think you prank Micah, the Noma Erotica, the wind picks up and does blow it, but it blows it into the circle of the ruined keep. You go after it, and then the other 3 will see Theron disappear as he steps over the threshold to the interior.
Oh,
So
that's
I'll be
cool.
back.
I'm going as well.
Okay, no, Ed is straight in. Fair enough.
I guess Hal's going to be a bit like after his little sarcastic kind of like comments earlier. He's going to be like, "What's he fucking playing at now?"
I don't feel good about this, brother.
Well, the 2 of them have dashed into there, and I feel that they're going to just bring trouble to themselves. I think we need to go with our reasonable heads and try and keep this situation rational.
Can I get back out?
Yeah, I'll tell you what then. Right, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna get back out and I'm gonna do like weird, like, wow, this is cool, and just kind of like put my hand in and make it vanish and then pop it out and just exploring it and
Okay.
Look,
cool.
my head's floating.
Yeah. So you get the impression it's kind of safe there. So, as you all make it inside the circle, as you step over the threshold, everything changes about the tower. There's very much a TARDIS effect as you step through as well. It's a whole, well-appointed, well-lit tower with nice furnishings and a late to middle age human woman with red robes sat on a red leather chair. This wing-backed red leather chair, just reading this book as you all step through. You see now Theron sort of stood in front of her. I'll just backtrack in a second, Lewis, for Theron. And she'll sort of turn to Edda. And she'll say, and then turn back to Theron, and then she'll say, "Had to bring a Kender, didn't you? Have you finished? Quite finished?"
Not yet. Hang on a minute. Woo.
Right, I'm going to ignore him. So she's already introduced herself to Theron. This is a woman called Ravina. And she is here. As soon as you've stepped through, she's looked up at you straight away, and she said, it's about time, Theron. I'm Ravina. Come, you ready for your test? Come in front of me. I need to speak to you. And then everything else has happened. And she's now looking at you expectantly, as if she is expecting you to introduce the rest of your fellows to her.
So is this,
kind of like at that point, I just came after the book. And as he like kind of picks it up, you just see the old-fashioned ones where it's like the pin out and just and back.
Well, my only problem with that is a gnome centerfold wouldn't actually be that big. It'd only be that big. But she doesn't blush at this. She just raises an eyebrow above these. She's got these sort of teacher type glasses on, and she looks over her glasses at you. And she will say, "Yes, Arik did warn me about you. Are you going to introduce your fellows or not?"
It'll go, yeah. So this is Micah. Micah's a little bit nutty. He believes in gods and stuff. We just kind of agree with him. That's how he might walk around like he's got a cactus up his arse, but he's an all right kind of guy. And then he'll like turn at Edda and go, "Well, you can see what Edda's like, can't you?" And he'll say, "Where's Loki?"
Loki? Yeah, if you don't mind, Lewis, what I'm going to say is Loki's curled up on her lap, purring now.
Yeah, so he'll just kind of point and go, "Well, the cat."
She'll look back at you all and she'll say, "Sorry, Craig, go on."
Sorry, no, it's all good. This tower, is it? It's like, it's ruined on the outside. So did you say it was like fine and nice and opulent and stuff on the inside?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, so yeah, Edda's just loving this, and he's like got a million questions and kind of ducking in and out and just checking. Wow, like they do in Doctor Who when they first go in the TARDIS and like, whoa.
Yeah, cool.
How'd you do that?
So she after Theron's introduced himself, she will say to you all, I'm Ravina. I'm here to put Theron through his test. What? No, leave that alone. She'll say to Edda. Put that back. Put that back.
I'm just looking. This is amazing.
She'll say, this is a special night, as you all know, with the Night of the Eye, and this is the only time every year and a half when I think I said 3 years last time, but it is a year and a half when the Night of the Eye forms that this tower becomes whole. The magic of the tower is still functioning, but only during these special times, and this is why we use it for the test. So, yeah, feel free, Kender, to abuse the time mind-warping abilities of leaping from one bit to another bit. But she looks back at Theron and she'll say, Okay, so, and she'll sort of reach forwards, and a hand disappears, and then it's as she pulls it back, she's got this sort of scroll inside as she unfurls this scroll, and she'll say, "I'll just remind myself." Just remind myself, Theron Silversong, impetuous, run before he can walk, 2 left feet. Right, yeah, that was it. But and obsessed with cooking. What's it? She'll say that was your mentor. There were other things on there, but I won't tell you those because they were nice. Don't see the point in saying the nice things to you when it's the night of your test. Tell me, Theron, are you ready for your test?
In a second, I need to take a shit. And Theron will kind of like walk off behind a pillar.
Okay. What? How long are you going?
Okay, I don't know. Depends how many pages in that gnome erotica.
That was good. Follow-up question: are you taking the gnome erotica with you?
Crank one out after.
While he's taking a shit behind a pillar. He doesn't deal well in stressful situations. He has to have a concentration shit, like Rick Sanchez.
So I guess while Theron's kind of like dipping behind the column, I'd be kind of just asking, like, is it not strange that tonight of all nights we just happened to arrive here, and then suddenly there's this? I don't know. I mean, I don't really know what to call you, but you're then suggesting that Theron needs to go through these trials.
Oh, Theron knew about the trials, didn't he tell you?
Not that I remember. No.
Oh.
And then you hear him like behind the pillar going, "I forgot." 2 minutes.
It's
too busy making what you call food.
Well, can we know a little bit more then? Seeing as it's taken until now for you to tell us.
No.
You still forgot.
Well, and then at which point I'd kind of just turn back to Ravina and just say, like, can you tell us what these trials involve?
Yeah, she'll say, yeah, by all means. It's the test for the mages of high sorcery. These tests, this is just the preliminary test. This is just for his basic initiation. Think of it as a precursor to the main test. But all mages have to join the mages of high sorcery to attain higher levels. This is something that you would have probably heard of. No, you would have heard of it before. She's quite happy to explain the history of it. How in the past, arcane magic went unchecked, and there was all kinds of trouble. Magocracies trying to take over Kryn in the distant past. So they decided to regulate the whole of arcane magic by forming these schools. And the 3 robes, the white, the red, and the black, all basically worship magic and follow the rules of the towers of high sorcery. Renegades are kind of hunted and it's heavily frowned upon, at least, if not hunted and killed.
Mm-hmm. And does she just seem mostly like does she just seem human, or is there like something like kind of more?
Nope, she's entirely human, completely human. And as you look over her and you're kept questioning her, she can now see your amulet of Paladine. Well, no, actually, I'm going to ask you the question: would you be wearing your amulet of Paladine openly?
Yes. Yeah, I think I would be now.
Okay. So in between saying to Edda to In fact, she's given up telling Edda to stop what he's doing, and she'll sort of say, "Actually, Kender, you help yourself. Help yourself. Have a good look around." And she, as you're talking to her, you can see that she's paying close attention to you, but all of a sudden her eyes drift to your symbol, and after what Theron said, she will say, "Curious. I've not seen one of those symbols in anything other than literature." So Theron tells me you are crazy. You do believe the gods are real. Is this? Surely not.
Well, I'm not crazy, but I do believe in the gods. I mean, how long will it have been at this point? Like a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
I haven't been shitting that
Yeah.
long now.
Not you. And then I just say, you know, like, kind of explain the situation. Like, as crazy as it seems, a couple of weeks ago, I mean, we've only been on the road for a few more weeks than that, but Paladine appeared before me, and no one seems to. Well, no one's taken my word for it. No one believes me, but the proof is here. And then I'd again just kind of like pull out a hand and manifest kind of some power, just some kind of like glowing lights like in my hand, and just say like, this wasn't something that I had any kind of access to before. I've spent my life working, you know, as a very simple healer, tending to the sick, and suddenly one night Paladine's appeared. He's asked me to take some of his power and told me to spread the word that the gods are in fact back.
So you can see the look straight away of incredulity. I'm going to be using that word a lot when it comes to you revealing the gods. And she's sort of open mouthed. She's gone from this sort of very stiff-backed schoolmistress type to open mouthed shock, sort of leaning forwards. And she will say, "I've never seen anything like it. I don't believe it. But forgive me. Could you maintain that for another second?" As she's gesturing towards your sort of radiant glow, whatever you've manifested. Are you happy to do that?
Yeah. I'll just say I'll do my best, and then just keep kind of maintaining that.
So you can see her now. She casts the it's the arcane equivalent, but you still know what she's doing. She's casting detect magic, and she looks upon completion of the spell. She looks up and she'll say, "I don't know what to say. I need to report this back to my superiors. I need to report this back to the mages of high sorcery. They must know that." You say Paladine spoke to you.
Yeah.
What did he say? What was his message?
He's asked of me to spread the word that the gods are back. If to go back to the start, I was kind of set. We'd camped down for the night. I was looking up at the sky. I'd taken the last watch of the night, and suddenly the constellations in the sky started to disappear. It was Takesis, and these shadows appeared around us. But Paladine's also disappeared, and then he appeared before me, and asked me if I would accept his power and spread the word, and up to which I've accepted. But yeah, other than that, I'm not really sure. I'm looking for answers myself.
Intriguing. And she'll say, "Forgive me," and she rises from the chair and she goes to look towards where the constellation should be. And she just turns to you as the clouds clear again. It takes a while for her to actually to figure out where they are. And as the clouds clear, there is this just patch of blackness where the two constellations. And she spins back to you and she'll say, I can help you in terms of I can get word back to the mages of high sorcery, and I can spread the word. Takesis and Paladine have returned.
That's right. Yeah, to be honest, you're the first one that's taken me seriously, really.
Theron
Okay.
walks at this
One of
point
the
going, all sorted. God, I'm so grateful that I can do magic. That prestidigitation is just such a time saver of my life.
That'd save it. You know what? If we could all use prestidigitation, it'd save the planet virtually, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, it definitely does. It's just a little bit cold, but it works.
She'll look between you all now, and she's looking at the four of you stood there with Micah sort of in front of you, Hal with his sort of surcoat, and Edda looking quizzical.
Just rifling through stuff.
Yeah. You find. I mean, there's silver plates, there's silver cutlery, there's candelabras, there's gold plated. You name it. You know, there's loads of it about. And then she looks at Theron, and she's sort of contemplative for a second, and she'll say, "Well, fortunately, you, Theron, were the only applicants this year and a half, so I recommend that we go ahead with your test as soon as possible, so I can head back and report this to the to Parsalian, the head of our order. You would have heard, and you would know the name Parsalian as the head of the Mages of High Sorcery." And she'll say, "So to that end, let's begin." And she sort of
He's
reaches
the only
behind.
applicant in a year and a half.
It's
Oh
she'll
my
say
God.
as she starts casting this spell, she'll turn back to Edda, and she'll say, "Indeed, there's no one trusts magic anymore. Perhaps
Scraping the
Micah."
barrel if you're pulling Theron out there.
Nice burn.
And just how, like, quickly say, when you take this information back to the Mages of High Sorcery, please do not mention Micah's name. I don't want trouble coming back to us at the moment. He's almost like Hal's coming across as like really protective now. Like he's almost
Yeah.
that's how almost it's coming across. It's not. He's almost like, you know, and almost looking at Micah like, what are you doing? You don't even know who this woman is.
Roll your. It sounds like a persuasion, but if you wanted to tell me it was more intimidation, that's that. I'm happy for that as well, because you're being protective. Whatever you want to roll.
I mean, it's probably. I'll probably go with intimidation because it's slightly better.
That's not how this works, Jake. But okay, fair enough. Intimidation 18. Okay, so she, as with your tone, she does that sort of schoolmistress thing where she's sort of frowning at you and raises an eyebrow. Then, and she'll say, "I understand your reasoning, but my dilemma will be my superiors will ask me where I have received this information from. And how am I supposed to explain that I just heard a whisper on the wind?"
It's not a whisper on the wind. You can just say a group came forward to support Theron to do his mage task. And it was one of them that brought the information to you. You don't need to mention names.
And how would it look?
Hal's not necessarily going to think about this rationally, so he's not rationalising here. He's just almost like he's thinking of this. Like, this is my little brother. I don't want him coming to any harm. Like, I don't care about your credibility. Like, this is the situation.
Gotcha. So okay. So in response to that, she's going to say, "I. It sounds like nobody can guarantee your brother's safety. However, from my fellows of high sorcery, our only interest is arcane magic. But the reintroduction of the gods to Corinne is something that everyone needs to know. And I'm afraid I cannot keep Micah's identity secret. If Paladine has told him to spread the word, then he will step forward."
And it's the burden I've accepted. I'm willing to do what it takes. and I'll
Well, you
kind
do
of
not
again.
know.
Oh, go on.
Oh no, but like, and then Howard like almost like get frustrated and he'd be like, "But you don't know the evils of the world."
No, I don't. But I know that there is a lot of good in it, and at the same time, this was something I chose to take on. There's no other way to put it. Paladine offered his power to me. I accepted, and as far as I see it, this is my duty, whether it may bring me to harm or not.
She'll say, I understand. I understand your frustration, and to be honest, it does you credit that you wish to look after your brother. But tell me, have you not heard of rumours of war in the East?
I mean, of course, I've heard of rumors of war in the East. That is my original reason for heading back towards. It is Caliban, isn't it?
Calaman, yeah.
Yeah, Caliban. That's Star Wars, isn't it? Oh, I don't know, Caliban somewhere in it. But yeah, so that's my reason for heading back to Caliban. I've been tasked with going to meet up with Becklin due to the rumors of war.
Okay. Let's see.
I've been fighting in wars for the last century, last decade of my life.
Well, let me explain this to you then, Al. If you're looking to your brother, and all three of you, this war is now a holy war. If Takesis is involved, her aim would be to conquer Kryn, all of us, and remake the world in her image. This war is not just a skirmish, a battle. This will change everything. People need to know. And you all need to do best by Micah as you can, as Micah steps forward and accepts this burden.
And I guess like Hal's response would be, but like quite clearly, I'm trying to do the best by my brother and protect him from harm.
I understand this. I do understand this, but I am not able to keep Micah's name out. But I am going to ask your permission. And she turns to Micah and then turns back to Hal. What do you say?
I think Hal would look at Micah and he'd almost like, I guess, like he'd have like sorrow in his eyes. You know, he's lost his mum, he's lost his dad, he's lost Sir Tristram, and now he's lost Isfin Greenshield as well. Like he's gonna be, you know, like I can't lose anybody else. But he's gonna look at Micah and kind of see what Micah's reaction to the situation is, and if depending on what that is.
I think I'd just be like looking in Hal's direction anyway. Like I'm not, not. I guess Mike is relatively naive, so I think he appreciates that there's things about the world that Hal knows that he doesn't, and understands that Hal wants to protect him. So I'd just kind of be smiling back, like not saying like, I'm not angry at him in any way. It's just like I kind of saying I know what's going on here, and it's okay.
From that kind of connection, that reassurance, then, and maybe even like if Micah's kind of given me the nod, I'll look back at her and I won't say anything. I will just nod my head and kind of look down at the floor.
Sure. So she's going to make her way back to the seat now, and as she does, she'll walk past you all. It's sort of a circuitous route back to a chair, and she'll hold Edda's shoulder and hold Jake's by both shoulders, and she'll nod towards you, and then she'll come and give Micah a kiss on both cheeks, and she'll say, "You have, if what I think is going to happen, you guys have a journey ahead of you. I cannot promise the aid of the mages of high sorcery. All I can do tonight is put Theron on his path and wish you all well. Just stay true to yourself and remember that there is good in the world. Micah was right. There is good in the world.
I'll just say thank you for your help.
So without delay, Theron, are you ready?
Yeah, go on then. Because they can't go high.
I was trying to figure out the other night how I was going to do this. I didn't want to go full Doctor Strange, but she reaches behind her and she starts to whirl a hand around, and then with her other hand she sort of reaches forward as if she's grabbing a doorknob, and just twists it. And it next to Theron now, this amber glowing portal appears as she's sort of continuing to turn, and she's got a left hand twisted round, and she'll say, "Step through when you're ready."
Fair enough, just try to look at the group and go, "Don't wait up," and he'll just go, "Fuck it," just jump through the portal.
Okay, are you taking Loki?
Naturally, I'm pretty sure Loki will just kind of run after me.
Okay. So Theron jumps through this portal. Loki leaps in afterwards, and then the portal closes behind. All you hear as Theron jumps through, I'm just going to get Theron to do this by himself. Then I've got a little puzzle for you, Lewis. You hear the last words from Avina is, "You have 30 minutes." You have 30 minutes. Good luck. As you step through this portal.
Now.
yeah. Leave the crystal. Leave the crystal. You step into a black cylindrical room. It's well lit. You know that it's black polished marble in this cylindrical room that is 100 feet in diameter. The only 3 features in the room is there's a door behind you, which you've just come through, although it was the portal, it appears as a wooden door. Opposite you, 100 feet away, is another door. So south is where you are, north is the door on the other side, and then to the west, in a niche, and the glint of gold catches your eye as soon as you step through. Perhaps 40, 45 feet in this niche is a key dangling down.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
So is the room black? Can I see?
It's black, polished marble floor, but there's light coming from somewhere, so you can see perfectly well. And it continues up. It goes infinitely high.
Okay. I think probably what I'll do is, using one of my spell slots, I'll cast Detect Magic again. Just to see if
Yeah. So straight away, several things appear. In front of you, you can see what looks like a pedestal. So as you've got this, the cylinder of the whole of the floor, inside it is this, smaller, like a platform, a cylindrical platform. And it looks like to the east, there's a step leading up onto the platform.
Mm-hmm.
That, your Detect Magic will tell you, is solid. You would be able to step onto that, but you wouldn't be able to see it without the use of magic. The other things that you can see is you can see 2 different coloured tile patterns around the key. And these are sort of they're blocks of magic. There's underneath the key. So if the key's here in the wall, as you're looking at side aspects, so key's here, you're looking up from this angle. You've got what looks like red blocks at the bottom, and then at the top you've got blue magical blocks, but you don't entirely know what they do. But they seem to be surrounding the key from all sides.
Mm. And can I touch these blocks? Does anything happen if I touch either colour?
No, they're too high up. So
Too high up. Okay.
yeah. So this key where it is 45 feet up.
Mhm.
These blocks are just beneath it. So the blocks themselves are perhaps 35 feet. The blue blocks go all the way up to the ceiling. Oh, well, they don't. Actually, no, I was going to put a ceiling on it. It's not infinitely high. There is a ceiling. There needs to be a ceiling. So the blue blocks go up to the ceiling, and the red ones come out horizontally from the wall.
Oh God. I mean, I can't even use Mage Hand to grab the key either, because if it's 40 some feet, what's Mage Hand? 30?
Mage Hand is 30, but you have got this plinth, don't forget. Solid plinth that you can stand on.
So, I mean, would that give me the extra room to try and fire a Mage Hand up to try and see if I can grab it with Mage Hand?
Yeah. It looks like that's exactly what it's designed to do. So as you step round onto the plinth, if you hadn't got your detect magic up, you'd be on thin air. But you know it's sort of like a wall of force as you walk across, which puts you just within range to cast Mage Hand. You're 30 feet now away from the key, so you could cast it on the key, or you can make it rise up next to the wall, next to the ceiling. Mage Hand is available, though.
I might just throw it at the key and try and see if I can take the key.
Sure. So your Mage Hand appears next to the key and grabs hold of the key.
Yeah.
You're bringing it back to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
At the same time as well, I think I'm like kind of looking at Loki as well, going because he knows that he's got stuff every now and again, and he's almost kind of looking at him, making sure he's not doing something wrong. And he's like, "What do you think?
Loki's cleaning himself, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So I'll just try and bring the key back towards me then.
Okay. So, specific question: are you bringing it back, or are you bringing it down, or are you bringing it sort of straight towards you as the crow flies?
Yeah, I suppose just like kind of across to me, maybe.
Across. So what happens as you bring it across is your Mage Hand hits the blue blocks and dissipates. Just disappears. The key then falls and hits the red block and then goes back to the start.
Good. Okay. So basically I need to know that I need to try and dodge. The red blocks reset and the blue dispel magic. Okay. Could I try it again and try and dodge the blocks?
There's no way around the blocks. The blocks are kind of all encompassing. So if you think it's sort of like someone's built Lego blocks, blue all the way round in a circle, and underneath that, the floor of those are the red blocks.
Okay. I mean, I wonder if I wouldn't even be able to jump it to try and grab the key, could I, from where I am? Could I kind of look at Loki and almost go, fancy a trip?
Sure.
Yeah. So I kind of launch Loki towards the key and say, "This sausage in it for you."
So just roll and what should we have? Give me a athletics roll. And
athletics.
You got like grab him by the tail and hammer throw him.
17.
17 is decent enough. What's going to happen then is as you launch Loki forwards, Loki's traveling up. He hits the red blocks and vanishes and appears next to the key. And he has the key in the mouth and he's looking for instruction now.
Ah. Okay. So the reds reset.
I need the countdown clock, don't I?
Yeah. I mean, because if anything touches the red block, it's gonna go back to the key's position. But if the blue blocks, can Loki try and like toss the key through the blocks or something? Or
Yep, there's a couple of ways that he can do it. You send the instruction to Loki. Loki figures it out. What do we think? He'll probably drop the key and bat it with his paw, maybe. Yeah. As the key sails through the what you think of dispelling or anti-magic field, and the key just sails gracefully, and you catch it in your hand.
Sweet.
How are you getting Loki down?
Yeah, this is the problem now, isn't it? Because if he hits the blue, he's going to dispel. I mean, I can cast Find Familiar anyway, can't I?
Yeah.
So if he gets dispelled, I can always just say, well, I'll bring you back. And there's cheese in it for you too.
Yeah. So you hear, there's a, and then he starts purring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I will tell him to do that then, and then I will use a spell slot once I've finished to bring him back. I'm not going to use all my spell slots just yet.
Okay. Sure.
Because I don't have time to do a ritual because it's going to take 10 minutes.
Well, as to be fair, Lewis, you've got the key now. Excuse me, that's my tea. It's making me burp. As you receive the key from Loki, you know that you've passed. It's a simple test. It was the red was it was a teleportation block that whatever went through it teleported back to that thing, and the blue, as you identified, was a dispel magic or anti-magic block. So all I needed you to do was throw the key through. So you spot on, dude.
Okay.
And so you know that you can summon Loki back anytime you want.
I'll bring it back then. I'll use the slot. I'll bring it back.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Are you finished then? Are you happy to leave, or did you want to?
Yeah, I mean, I've not picked anything up else with Detect Magic.
I'll tell you what I'll do with Detect Magic, because you've solved that pretty quickly. The other thing that I was going to suggest to you is along the walls with your Detect Magic is what looks like a spell, as if you would read it off a spell scroll on the walls. So just make an Arcana check for me, and if you roll over 12, I'll tell you what it is. Yeah, 24. Around the wall is the equivalent of the spell scroll See Invisibility, which is a 2nd level spell. So what I'm happy for you to do, because you did that really well, and you've just rolled a 19 for your Arcana, is you can add that. You can add See Invisible to your spell book as you've read it. For some reason, it never happens. It's not supposed to happen at all, but you know you're going to be able to copy this down in your spell book at the next opportunity. So well done, Lewis.
Cool. Thank you.
I'm not sure if it's a ritual spell, but it might come in handy that at some point. Sure.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, this is the first time I played a wizard as well. So how would I add that to my spell book, or is it just you add it to your list and?
Well, I don't know if you can yet because you haven't got access to 2nd level spells. So it might just be just make a note of it on your character sheet. But generally speaking, if you come across a spell scroll or another spell book, you spend time and money, of which it's in the player's handbook. You have to make sure you've got the right inks and the right other bits and pieces to. It basically with a spell book, the writing of the spell has to be in your own particular style for you to be able to cast it. But you can transcribe any spell that you find on either scroll or spell book with time and money into your spell book. But this one will be kind of for free. Next level, you get two spells. You'll probably choose 2 second level spells. This is just a bonus one.
Done.
All right. So as you unlock the door at the end with Loki by your side again, you step through and you can see your fellows, and they can't see you. You know you're going to appear in thin air, pretty much where you left. So you can do with that as you will.
Okay. So they're not aware that they'll be coming through. Fine.
Well, I tell you what. While because you've only been in there, I would guess perhaps 5 minutes. You used your spell slot to cast detect magic. Yeah, so 5 minutes. Well, you 3 other guys with Ravina. Would you? She's perhaps put some tea up for you. She's made a pot of tea, and you're all sat around. Is there anything that you wanted to talk to? Just move forward.
I think Hal would have found somewhere to sit down and just kind of like, I guess he'd get his kind of whetstone out and he'd just be sharpening his sword, just kind of like pondering and thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the important stuff that Micah would have wanted to talk about was kind of dealt with already. So I think he'd have kind of just been having some tea, maybe still talking to her, just about other stuff.
Right.
I'm just kind of overexcited and curious and just doing that, like what kid those why questions. Why? How? Why? And just why? How?
Let's see how annoying you are. Shall we have roll intimidation for me? I'm gonna roll a d20.
Intimidation. That's interesting.
Yeah.
20, dirty 20.
Right. Yeah. No. Within about 30 seconds of your questioning, you see her starting to motion, and she casts a spell at you. Let me just make sure it's within her remit. Hold up, sorry. I know. I want to give you the chance to be as annoying as possible, but she would. Okay. Would you make a charisma saving throw, please?
Oh dear.
No, I failed that. 5. That's bad.
Okay. Okay. So you guys, as Edda's being the Kender, the excitable Kender, and you know him and love him dearly, but you know he's a Kender and he's a classic Kender, and he's pushing it too far and he's not reading the cues. And Ravina's looking at you for sort of support, and as Hal's polishing his whetstone and polishing his sword, and Mike is sort of. Yeah, I'm just going to say, Josh, that you're sort of like, I don't really know. It's sort of like an awkward, socially awkward moment.
I almost feel like it kind of be like we've almost become kind of immune to it over the years, where it's like to us it's just like it's normal, like we don't know any different.
Okay.
At least for Micah, I think that's kind of where he'd be at.
Sure. So she's going to cast banishment on you. She's going to banish you to a demi-plane of her making. And Edda is just transported away to what I'm going to say is it's a slice of the astral sea. So you appear, and all around you is it's like you're floating on stars. You're stood on this solid piece of rock, but all around you there's sort of blue lights, purple lights, white starlight, and it's just the most fantastic visual thing that you've ever seen in your life. But you're just stuck there on this ball of rock, floating in a tide of nothingness. Interestingly, or not, you don't age in the astral sea. So for the 5 minutes that you're in there, everyone else has aged 5 minutes and you haven't. The duration is 1 minute, and as you reappear, because there's nothing that you can do in there. There's you reappear, which is when I'll get Theron to come back into the room.
Does Theron almost like kind of jump back through the portal? Okay, like that, and try and make everybody jump. Okay. Well, that was fun. What's next?
Nice. I tell you what, then. What we'll do is we'll roll stealth, and if you beat everyone's passive perception, you can make them wee a little bit if you wish.
Well, man, why not?
So 13 is Hal's. Yeah, everyone pisses themselves ever so slightly, including Ravina. It reminds me of a story of a mate of ours. I'm going to tell you this anecdote briefly. A mate of ours at work, who I won't mention his name. It was on a night shift, and they were told to go to this address to make sure someone had reported that they were poorly, and they couldn't gain access. Next to this address was an alleyway between next door. So you got the house they were supposed to be going to, a dark alleyway, and then the next door's property. And as they were walking, it was the middle of the night, and it was a spooky area. And as they were walking down this alleyway, the neighbour heard them and went up to the window in complete pitch black. So my mate turns around to this poor unsuspecting member of the public with an open window and goes, "Oh, you cunt!" So that's what Ravina's going to do to you. And then you can see she sort of reddens a bit. And she's like, I see you've finished, Theron. And she sort of composes herself, sits down. Congratulations.
Theron's pissing himself now.
She will say, "Well, I've two things for you for completing the task, then, Theron. The first one, I'll show you on map tools." As she reaches into this other demi-plane where she got the piece of paper from, so her hand disappears and she pulls this book out. And she'll say, "I've been saving this one for a special occasion, being as I know what's ahead of you. This is now yours." And she'll present you with this quite ornate-looking spellbook with jewels of the 3 circles of magic on top. She'll then reach inside a second time and pull forward a scroll. Have you got the images on your map tools? These are campaign art. I quite like them. And she'll present the scroll to you, and she'll say that Hal mentioned Calaman, conveniently enough, and the fates do seem to be conspiring to push you all in the same direction. This I would ask you to deliver to Wyan. in Calaman. She will put you through your next test when you are ready. Well done, Theron.
Thanks. So
I like that book.
he'll turn around and go, "It's mine. Keep your fucking hands off it." And they go, "So a book and a scroll." Huh.
You've passed. It didn't say ungrateful in your read up from Eric, but here we are.
He'll go, I'm not ungrateful, but at least expecting some food or something like that, or a bit of cheese or something. Ain't that right, mate? And he'll be like looking at Loki.
I'm afraid all I can do is provide you with tea. What she will do, though, is she will take the book back off you and hold it open to the first few pages. And you can see inside, the rest of you sort of looking over Theron's shoulders, you can see what looks like dance steps inside.
Dance steps?
Yeah. So just a little bit of flavour to add with your... and she'll say, these might help with your 2 left feet, Theron.
You kind of see his eyes kind of brighten up a little bit, and he goes, "Oh, yeah." And he'll take it, go, "Thanks." And you kind of see him like hastily walking out, getting his tea.
Okay. Right, sweet. So she'll say, she'll turn to the rest of you then, and she'll say, "Well, gentlemen, it has been an honour. I don't know if we'll meet again, but I genuinely wish you luck. If what I think is going to happen, you're going to need it." Hal?
What do you think is going to happen?
I believe that you will be the forefront of the battle to come. I don't know what part you're going to play, but fate's pushing you in the direction and giving you the ammunition as she turns back towards Mark. And giving you the protection as she turns towards Hal.
I was just going to nod back at her.
It's been a pleasure. And she starts casting a spell now. You know that she's out of here. She's going to be casting a teleport spell unless you've got anything else that you wish to say to her.
Theron will just like shout back there, "Thanks, Doug." Door swing open.
Did you just call a Major Pie Sorcery duck? Oh, torts, so I mean. All right, possibly
I don't
worse.
think anybody understand the whole duck concept.
So she vanishes, disappears. Theron, as you've stepped out, you smell smoke on the air, and as you look back towards where you've come from Reese's farmhouse, you can see smoke.
Okay. I think he'll probably like kind of go out, and he'll kind of look around at Hal. Is Hal following me out?
Yeah. Well, at least I would have followed out after Ravina left.
Yeah.
He'll look at Hal and go, "You're gonna want to fucking go, aren't you? You're gonna want to go. I want to sit down and read my book, and you're gonna want to go. Everything always happens at the most inconvenient."
As Theron's kind of saying that, Hal's just going to march straight past him.
And then he'll go, see, and he'll look down at Loki and go, "See, come on," and he'll run after him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hal's almost going to get a bit of a jog on as well. Like even though he's wearing his chainmail and things, like he knows that he's quite athletic. He'll give it a good go at trying to get some like ground covered.
Yeah. You all keeping pace?
Yeah.
As you okay, so it doesn't take you long. I mean, it was only 2 miles away or so. I'm terrible at remembering what I've actually said to you. Let's say 2 miles away. That at a bit of a jog is only going to take you half an hour. You're not exhausting yourself, so we'll say sort of 40 minutes or half an hour to get closer, and you can see now that the farmhouse, there has been a fire while you've been inside, but it seems to have been put out. Next to the well, there's as you're approaching, it's still you're a fair distance away. You cannot approach stealthily with sort of Hal jogging forward. So what I'm going to say to you is, what you see is a rough-looking human going to fetch another barrel of water. And he's in front of the cottage in farmhouse, 4 other human males that you've not seen before. And the farmhouse, the side of the building looks like it's been partially burnt, and the front door is hanging open. As you jog up, they all spin round and see you.
I think Hal's gonna have his hand on his on the approach. He's gonna have put his helmet on, I think, and he's gonna have dropped his shield down to his arm, and have his hand on his sword ready to draw it. And he's gonna, like, as he's he's jogged pretty much most of the way up there, and as he's now on the approach, he's gonna almost like be speed walking straight in and kind of seeing everybody.
Sure. So from at the back next to the door, the human at the back is going to hold up his hand as he similarly puts his hand on a weapon, and he'll say, "Hold there, knight. What business do you have here?"
Where are the people of this town?
It's just a farmhouse. It's just a sort of a farmhouse by itself.
Oh, okay. Where are the?
This is our
Where are the
farmhouse. What business is this of yours?
This is not your farmhouse. I have met the people that lived here, and this is not yours. Where are they?
He'll sort of smile, and he'll motion to the other fellows as they draw weapons and step forwards, and he'll say, "Well, this is interesting. 4 of you and 5 of us. I say again, what business is this of yours? I advise you to turn around and..."
I think you need to learn to count, sir. There's a cat here. There's 5 of us.
I think Hal's gonna specifically look at the lead one as well, and he's gonna say, "Where is the boy?"
Okay, you stumped me there, Craig. I don't know if you noticed. He'll sort of sneer, and he'll say, "The boy is inside with his family. If you wish to keep it that way, I advise you to turn around and leave."
I wouldn't advise that you threaten my brother. And I'm gonna kind of like pull my whip out. Maybe throw off a little crack to the side, like a little bit of a.
Okay.
Are you sure you want to do this? He's got a whip. He's into the kinky stuff.
I'll wink.
Who's the biggest guy?
Say again, look.
He like the biggest guy out of the lot of them, while Hal and everybody's talking.
He seems to be the leader. He's stood at the back. The 4 other lads are sort of in front of you at the minute.
Okay.
Oh, he's a
Like,
proper
Theron will
leader.
kind of like run, like up and kind of catch up to you and go, "What the fuck's cracking off now?"
These 5 ugly bastards have overrun this farmhouse.
He's quite fucking ugly, isn't he?
And I'm gonna teach him some fucking manners. And Hal's gonna like crack his knuckles as he's gonna draw his sword. And he's gonna say, "I don't like those that abuse the weak."
In like, Theron will kind of turn around to Hal and go, "Big guy, ugly one, that one. You're going to teach him a lesson."
I mean, Hal stands like 6.5 feet tall. Like, Hal's a big lad.
Yeah.
Like, he's and Hal's like, definitely, and all his little lackeys.
Can I try and secretly cast prestidigitation on the big guy to almost make him royal himself?
that's a bit beyond a cantrip for prestidigitation. You can
Because you can foil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot.
Make his pants smell like he shit himself.
You can make it look like he shit himself. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was basically going to do, and then basically go along the lines of the big guy that shit himself purely from just looking at you.
Okay, nice. That's nice. I like that then. So, okay, so for you to do that, I mean, it's dark, so they probably wouldn't see you. So it's a charisma. What I'm gonna propose this to you then, Lewis, that it's some kind of charisma check to convince his mates that he has actually shat himself.
Okay, so just a flat charisma roll then.
Well, it's up to you. Have you got
minor illusion?
Unfortunately, no, I haven't.
Oh man.
I mean, would it be persuasion, maybe, or
yeah, possibly
or what?
Roll persuasion then. And what I'm gonna do?
Could I, like, as
I've got 17.
Go on, Josh.
Basically, as we're kind of like gearing up for the fight, I'd like to use my emboldening bond.
Okay.
I was gonna give it to Theron and
Are you getting a refill?
Hal. It basically, as an action, I could choose 2 willing creatures within 30 foot of me, creating a magical bond among them for 10 minutes. Oh, sorry, not me and Hal. Between them for 10 minutes. While any bonded creature is within 30 foot of another, once per turn they can roll a d4 and add it to an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw they make.
Nice. So you and Hal.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you're bonded with Hal. Okay. So you rolled persuasion. What's it? Insights. Wisdom check, isn't it?
Insight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So I'm going to roll 4 of these. Cool. Okay, so let me present this for you as you're walking up. Let's sort of position you like that to start off with as you're sort of running up the hill. There's the chap that's just returning from the well. There's the fella in front. This guy passed his sort of insight check, so he didn't believe you. But these 3 others turn around and point to the leader and start laughing at the leader now, which enrages him. As he looks down to see his shit-stained trousers, and he will shout, "Kill these fuckers now!" And him, so the captain and this fella start to run forwards, whereas these 3 are momentarily on the back foot.
I think as soon as Hal seems them to step into action, Hal's gonna just head straight towards them.
Okay.
Theron's still pissing himself, can he?
So Bandit 1, 2, and 4, I'm going to give them the surprise condition, so they're not going to act on the first round of combat. But if you wish to roll initiative,
I can't.
I was supposed to do a map up. I haven't got anything yet.
All right, okay. I'll see if I can.
Got my scroll with me 3 book.
Force it. In fact, that gives me opportunity to roll for the bandits then. It was quite a detailed map I found. When I thought about what I'm going to do with you tonight, I thought, shall I or shan't I give you an extra encounter? And then I thought, yeah, why not? Might be fun. But the map I found online, I found it on, I think it was on Reddit, so it should be free. But it was very detailed. And that takes a while to get to you. I said, yeah, don't get excited, Josh. I've oversold the map already.
Well, while we're waiting for the map to load, this might be a good time to talk about our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh, mate, can you imagine if that does actually happen at any point? Well, it's not. It's still not.
It should.
We can have dreams and goals, Dave.
We can, mate. We can. You're quite right.
We've had a new follower on Twitch.
Oi, oi.
Subscribe.
Oh,
And,
sound.
we've had a new. We've had somebody comment on the YouTube as well. That's new.
I was watching a thing the other day as well that said, yeah, there's someone in the YouTube chat at the moment. I'm not sure if he's still here, but Patrick, if you're watching, hello. But the other thing was, I saw apparently when you get to about 30 followers on Twitch, that's when you start getting like recommended a little bit more, and they start to kind of push your channel, because apparently Twitch is quite bad at like promoting their newer channels, where YouTube's a little bit better. But yeah. But apparently, so we're 24 followers, so not doing too shabby.
Yeah, well, can't we just create different accounts?
And we all follow.
Cheat the system.
Right, and how are we doing for the map?
I mean, to be fair as well, we've got 80 followers on the Instagram.
I mean, really?
Yeah, 80 followers on the Instagram. And then I post some of the stuff over on my War Paints channel as well. Like I tend to do like updates, because I've got 83 on that one. So, but yeah, 80 followers on the Instagram.
Oh well, if you are watching, we do genuinely appreciate it. It's I mean, we enjoy playing it. It's always nice to know that other people enjoy it with us. It's a buzz.
And if you like Theron's antics, even better, because I've got plenty more things lined up for the future as I get more spells.
Hell yeah.
Is it inappropriate for me to not want people to encourage you?
Oh, no.
Got that typical dad maneuver in it. Don't encourage him.
Don't encourage him.
Encourage him. Let's cause some problems.
Stir some shit.
Taking a while, this map, isn't it?
This is a big map, mate.
Yeah, I know.
I'll build another berserker then while I'm waiting.
I suppose, in theory, we could go with the old Theatre of the Mind. That would be fun for the first time ever, wouldn't it?
Hell yeah.
So let me sort of finish describing then, just in case you did want to do anything. As you're approaching the on the main path leading to the front door, or the front door was slightly. Just open that.
How can a front door be like a jar?
Oh,
That's that's an old gag, isn't it? Get pulled over by the police, and it's one of those Japanese cars that say the door is ajar. Put the policeman in the jar.
I'm here all week. Try the video.
It's poor. It's poor.
Got an absolute bargain from Northrex the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a whole box of berserkers for like 26 quid. The new ones.
You got what?
The corn berserkers, these guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
26 quid.
That's about 40 quid, isn't it?
About 30 something.
Is it?
Yeah, I was like, wow. I was like, I'm having that.
Nice.
Jeez. Yeah, I could get that. Well, I don't know. I'm glad I can't get it that cheap, actually. Otherwise, I'd fall down that rabbit hole quite hard.
Well, there's a question for you then. In New Zealand, how much would that cost?
Oh, which one was it again? The court. They're boxes like that. At least, yeah, they're like at least $90, $100. So 45, 50 quid.
Yeah.
Mad.
Right, so the approach to this building, you've got the path leading up to the door. You know this building anyway. You know your way around it. So the front door leads to a short porch, and then there's the living area beyond. That's where the family kind of congregate, and it's that seems to have been that part of the building that's been set alight and then subsequently put out. It looks like the fire has been put out a decent amount of time ago. You would surmise from this that the Reese and his family barricaded themselves inside, and these vagabonds decided they were going to burn them out when somehow they managed to break through the door, put the fire out, and you've no idea what's actually happened inside subsequent to that. But there isn't any fire. Come on. Still nothing?
No.
It still just says it's loading up stuff.
I can't even see it loading at the moment.
I'll tell you what, let me flick you about. So if I do that, you go back to the cover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then...
now it's come up with loading the map for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Probably.
It won't be too long. The rest of the campaign I've already got loaded in, so that should be a lot smoother to get you.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yes, it popped in for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So you got your tokens bottom right hand corner. So you've got leader, bandit captain at the back, and the fella in front of him. They're the two that are gonna that are ready for action. The front three are still sort of rocking backwards and forwards, pointing at the shitty trousered leader. So that's all of your. Okay, so it is the enraged bandit captain that's going to act first. However, he's going to move. All he's going to do is move to here. And he's going to start slapping these two men around. But that's his go. I'm not going to give him anything other than that to do. He's surprised. So it is Micah, out of you four guys, first to react.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. I think I'd be kind of pissed that that they're with whatever they're doing, a bit concerned for like Reese and his family, and so I'd probably just step forward and fire off a guiding bolt while they're squabbling between themselves.
Sure. Who's your target?
I'm going to go straight for the captain.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Nail. So that's +6, and I get the extra D4 for the emboldening bond as well. 14. I don't
You'll
know if
need
that
your
hits
D4.
anyway. 2, 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Bosh, come on. Cool. So that's a big stinky 46.
It is.
Bosh. 20 damage.
Fucking cleric single point damage is nasty. Right, so talk me through Guardian Bolt again then, Josh, from Micah.
Yes. So again, kind of didn't really work out in the past, but I think he's just kind of like almost like preoccupied with, rather than trying to like manifest this power, he's more concerned for like kind of Reese and his family, and so he just almost like isn't thinking about it too much, isn't overthinking it, so he just manifests this kind of like gold silver ball of light in his hands, and then it's literally kind of going to almost like shoot up and arc down like towards the bandit captain and just kind of like come straight down on his head.
Nice. He takes this radiant energy straight to the chest as it absorbs through him, shaking him. He starts to glow. That symbol on him, he's now got the guiding bolt on effect on him, so any attack made against him now has advantage. Any bonus further movement from you, mate?
No, I think that's me. I think I'll just stay in place.
Tidy. Edda's turn.
Thank you.
I'm going to move up to there, and I'm going to fire off at the captain while I've got the advantage.
Of course you do.
And that'll give me. Oh no, it won't. Yeah, I do. That'll give me sneak attack because I've got advantage on the attack roll.
Yeah, absolutely.
Advantage roll. 22.
22 hits. Roll your full damage. Let me take guiding bolt off him.
Yeah. Oh, that's not great. 2 plus. 6 plus. 12 damage.
Nice. Any further movement or bonus from you?
Are these rocks? Are they?
Yeah, I'm not going to use them as. No, you can leap over them. They're not.
No, I'm all good then. No, I'm all good.
Were you thinking hiding? Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, I was thinking hiding.
Yeah, no, not quite that big.
Okay,
so bandit, bandit 3. So now that the bandit captain's been taking these hits, his other mate that isn't sort of pointing at him, laughing at his shitty trousers, will run forwards. He's got a movement of 30, so that can put him in range of Micah as he charges forwards with his scimitar drawn. He's going to swing towards Micah, rolling 14.
Misses.
Takes us to Bandit 2, who's surprised. Lewis, Theron's turn.
Okay. Theron's going to do something a little bit different. He's going to almost, you see him go into a trance due to the absolute laughter and the quick flicking through the book that he's just done. And he's going to bonus action Blade Song.
Ooh.
And then what's going to happen is he's going to dash. Not dash, well, move. Dash is the word. With Bandit 3 here, I'm going to have a go with my rapier that he pulls from his side.
Let's go for it, mate.
19.
19 hits.
5 points of damage.
Hey, nice. Anything else from you?
Yeah. And then what he's going to do, he's going to run up here with the rest of his 25 feet movement, and that don't provoke an attack because I've got the mobile feet.
Okay. So as you skirt round the building, you can see into this main room, and you can see now Reese and his family. Well, most of his family. So you can see Reese and his dad bound and gagged, lying on the floor. Howl's turn.
So Howl's going to move 20 feet here.
Yeah.
And then he's going to be like to this bandit, "Not on my little brother, you prick." And he's going to take an attack, but he's going to use his Squire Solamnia, a precise strike. So with advantage. Both 15, so that's a so 21 to hit.
Is a hit.
So that's 1d8 plus 6. So 12 plus 6, and then I can't remember how much. I get to add another d8 on top.
D8, yeah.
So for 1 point of damage, so he takes 13 points of damage.
That kills him. How does he die?
So as Hal's going to kind of come like barreling through, he's just going to chop his head clean off.
Okay.
And then he's going to continue with the rest of his. So I moved 20 feet to get to there. So he's going to take an additional 10 feet forward, and he's going to like bang on his shield at the others and be like, "Come on!"
Yeah. To which they respond immediately as the bandit captain charges towards you. He's going to take 2 attacks with his scimitar. He's got a scimitar and a dagger in his hand. The scimitar attacks. First attack is going to be 21.
So that's going to hit.
Can I cast Silvery Barbs?
You can. That's your reaction use then, Lou. Well done. What do silvery barbs look like when you cast it? What are you going to do to the bandit captain?
Well, as Theron kind of runs away and he kind of flicks back up, so the Silvery Barbs on this kind of thing, he just goes, "Oh," like that, and you see like loads of sparks just fly out. You go, "That's new." As he does it.
Okay. So as the barbs appear around the bandit captain, he has to re-roll his attack. However, you get to apply advantage to someone as well.
Yeah, can I apply advantage to Micah?
Yep. So this is a re-rolled attack. It's still good. 19.
19 hits.
Yeah, so it does still hit. Minimum damage of 4.
So that's reduced down to 1 because of Hal's feet.
Reduced to 2.
Reduced to 2?
Yeah, it's 4 damage.
Yeah, so Hal's got it's reduced down by 3 points.
Did you take heavy weapon mastery? Heavy armor?
I did take heavy armor master, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I thought you had resistance to it. So yeah, all right, fair enough. I'm gonna have to hit you.
No, that's okay.
So second attack is 9, misses.
That's gonna be a miss, yeah.
So the dagger tries to sneak round the side, rolls 21.
So 21's gonna hit, yeah.
Yeah. That's 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Used to 3. It's a good skill. Right, Bandit 4. Right, do me a favour. Roll intimidation for me. For Hal. Yes, please, mate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give the last 3.
17 for his intimidation check.
Yeah, okay. I think they're all coming at you, mate. Yes, they're all coming at you. Yeah. So Bandit 4. Yeah, there's no sort of formal training with these lads, so he's just running in from this angle, and you can hear now the bandit captain's telling him to flank you, but he doesn't on this occasion. He rolls a 10 to hit.
It's gonna miss.
Bandit number 1 is the fellow next to the bucket. He has got Micah in front of him now, but I'm going to stick to it. He's going to run towards you, swinging with his scimitar. He rolls well. 22 to hit.
22 is going to hit, yeah.
Yeah, that's 3 points of damage that isn't applied to you. Well done, Jake. Josh is gone. Josh has been replaced by a sinister-looking hoodie.
He's just looking at his frog.
Yeah, remember you've got advantage on all attacks.
You what? Sorry.
Remember you've got advantage on your attack roll.
Excelente. Yeah, sorry, one of my frogs is all over the front of the tank.
Oh, so you guys do see all of these shots just bouncing off. Hal is now coming to his own. You've never seen him fight like this before. He's taking the hits on his armor and he's just shrugging him off. As Micah has his turn.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. I'll just be like kind of behind, just trying to like clean up after Hal. So I am just going to same again. I think just fire off another guiding bolt. I'm going to go for the bandit one just behind Hal.
Sure. Okay.
Roll with advantage. Thank you, Lewis.
Just him.
Everybody gets one.
Natural 20 guiding bolt is a ridiculous thing to happen.
With advantage. There we go. Yeah, it'd be a bit stinky. Oh. Yeah, roll. Did that roll?
Nothing's come up.
There we go.
There you go.
Hell yeah. I mean, I presume 23
Yeah.
will hit. And then, yeah, 46. So that is 17 damage.
How would you like to murder that fella?
Hell yeah. So I think almost, again, like now he's kind of like been able to fire it off. He's kind of like getting a bit more of a feel for it. And so this time Micah's just kind of going to like whip one arm around. And then like as he whips his arm around, you're just going to see this like bolt, this like silver bolt kind of just shoot from his fingertips. And it's just going to almost like go like just almost like smash a hole like straight through this guy's chest.
Nice.
I can
He
see
collapses.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Now you go. Hello. Everyone's paused. Oh, don't tell me Discord's being a dick.
Oh, it's been a bit funny. I'm back.
Go on, Josh.
I was going to say you can probably just see in Micah's face that he's not super comfortable with like killing people, but it's kind of like you know, I can show it off. It's kind of like my intent was not to kill, but I'm still kind of like getting a feel for what's going on with me. So
as there's as you can see the farmhouse through his chest.
Yeah.
So the other three lads are shaken by this. They've never seen anything like this, but they're holding their own for now. Edda's turn.
Okay, I'm just going to focus on the leader.
Okay.
So I'm just going to move to there, and then excuse me, fire off. Just do the usual attack. There we go.
Cool.
23.
Rolling well tonight. Okay.
Yeah, and excuse me, 6 damage.
6 plus your sneak attack.
Oh yeah. Got it again. 12
Nice.
altogether.
Nice. Okay, it's another solid hit. It's not taking him down. This guy's, you can tell he's seasoned. Anything else from you?
I think I'll just drop back a couple. There we go. Done.
Okay. Yeah, Bandit 2 is still going to charge in at Hal. Having seen his fellows fail, he's thinks he's better than the rest. He's going to swing in. 15?
This.
Yeah, no, he's missed. That takes us to Theron's turn again.
Right. Theron is going to run. My movement. So 45. There.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's going to kind of like hop back to there.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to cast Burning Hands. So it's a 15-foot cone. So it'll cover Bandit 2, Bandit 4,
I'll give
Bandit
you that.
Captain. This house.
I'll give you that, mate. Yeah. Okay.
So
Dex,
they make a Dex saving throw, please.
Will do. So for the bandits, I'm going to do left to right. So the first bandit is natural 20, so that's 21. Second one rolls 12, and the captain gets a bonus for his Dex save. He only rolls 10. So this fella passes, the other two fail.
Cool, so a pass is just half damage.
Yeah.
So 10 points of damage, and the other guy gets 5.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. 10, and then 10. Okay, that's nasty, mate.
Mm.
The bandit on the end, Bandit 4, you've lit his clothes up, you've lit his hat up, and he's screaming in pain. He's just about to drop from the fire damage, but not quite, as Hal takes his turn.
So Hal's gonna take. He's gonna. I guess it's gonna be difficult for the chieftain to see, but he's just gonna be like, "You've made us do this," and then he's gonna take an attack against the bandit captain. I'm gonna add my D4 from my emboldening bond as well.
You're gonna need it.
It's a 15 to hit.
Is exactly what you need.
Oh.
So Hal's going to be like, I always swore to defend the weak, as he's going to hit him with his longsword for 14 points of damage.
He was on 11. How does he die?
So Hal's going to kick his legs out from underneath him, and then he's just going to drop his sword straight through the drop of his shoulder here, and then bring it straight through to the middle of his chest. As he's going to then swing his sword out and stare at the one by the side of him as he action surges. To hit. That's 18 to hit.
Yeah, the dude's on 1 hit point, mate. I mean, you got to roll. You got to roll your dice in anger.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. How does he die?
He's just going to take his head clean off.
Clean off.
Just going to see this sword swing where it's just like whack.
So the last lad drops his scimitar, drops to his knees, and is mercy, mercy, please, no. We were just looking for work.
And Hal's just going to kind of he's going to be like, abusing the innocent isn't a way of looking for work.
I know. I'm sorry.
Hal's just gonna he's just gonna almost like push him to his back with his boot. He's almost like gonna kick him onto his back.
Yeah, sure. He just lies there. He just lies there prone, and he's now rocking backwards and forwards, sort of with his eyes closed, and saying, "I'm sorry. They made the others. I didn't want to. I'm sorry."
Can I pick him up off the floor now and almost like drag him against the wall?
Yeah.
They drag him up against the wall of the barn. So I'm going to drag him through the mud to start off with, and then I'm going to pick him up and slam him into the wall.
Yeah. And okay. Go on. Sorry.
I'm going to be like, and do you work for anybody else?
No, we were looking for work. We were told there was an army gathering and they paid well.
Where have you heard of this army?
Just to the north. To the north and to the west of a shithole called Vogler.
And who's running this army?
Theron will pipe up and go, Vogler? You mean Vogler?
Nice. Sorry. Yeah, Vogler. I think it's called Vogler. What did you say, Jake?
I'm just going to say, and who have you heard is gathering this army?
Oh, it's been spread around. We are mercenaries. We were just looking for work.
Pretty shit mercenaries.
But which army? Which army's gathering outside of Vogler? And Hal's just going to almost not knowing his strength's almost going to be pushing really hard into his chest.
Yeah, I don't know. From inside, while what we'll do is we'll complete this in a second. Sorry, I'll tell you what. We'll complete this first. So he says, I don't know. I don't know. We just received message. There was word spread around. It's hard in these times to gain employment, and we were told there's good gold, there's good steel. We weren't told anything else.
So why did you attack this farmhouse?
It was the others. It was abandoned. No one was around. I've thrown in with a bad lot. I admit that. I should have stood up, but they'd have killed me if I'd have stood up.
And it's quite clearly not abandoned, as like obviously the people are still inside, and Hal's going to like just push him harder into the.
I said, but there's no one
I'm gonna
else
go
about. It was
inside.
just this family.
I'm going to go inside and release the family.
That's what I was
If
going to
they're
get
just
to.
tied and bounded. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get to in a bit. I was going to say you can hear from inside sort of the muffled cries of Reese, and he's sobbing inside.
I think
Yeah,
I'd
can't you? Edda walking in,
like,
hello, and I'm going, oh fucking hell, fight up.
I think I'd
Yeah,
kind
I
of
reckon.
go with Edda, and like on my way past, I'd say to the guy that Hal's got kind of lifted. I'd just say, I guess we'll find out what's really happened when we talk to them, won't we? And then I'll just carry on inside.
Okay.
In the meantime,
Theron will
like,
look at this guy that you've got on the floor as well and go, I'll watch him. And then he'll kind of look at the guy that you've got and go, if I can make your boss shit his trousers from just looking at you, you wait till I've got loads more tricks up my sleeve, young.
Oh, are you back? I heard it, Lewis.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Okay, so you go in
I love
inside.
the freeze faces. Yeah, they were brilliant.
It was a good freeze, a perfect freeze. Don't roll intimidation, just freeze at that point. You've passed. So as you walk inside now, you can see Reese bound and gagged, but you can see next to him his father was bound and gagged, but there's blood leaking from an injury and a neck wound as he's bleeding out, dead. And a quick search of the rest of the building, all the rest of Reese's family has been slaughtered in horrible ways in various rooms. But Reese, as you sort of drag him to you and undo his bindings, he just throws himself at Micah and Edda and Hal, and he's just I don't believe it, and he's just hysterical.
I think.
Hal's not going to have gone inside. Hal's going to crack.
I just feel that this is like a real injustice, and these people really, were nice. They didn't have anything. I'm just gonna run out and spear that guy with the end of my hoopak.
Yeah, just gonna kill him.
Yeah, just straight out, just a real reactionary, because just seeing the devastation and the injustice, and just do it.
So which direction were you going, Jake?
Hal was just keeping him suspended, like basically like keeping him hoiked up against the wall, and like Hal would stay there up until like basically I'd found out everything was okay. But if Edda's kind of picked me to what I would have done anyway, so if Edda's come out and like Hal wouldn't have stopped it, like Hal's kind of just gonna have like I think it's happened before Hal could recognise.
Okay. So I'm guessing from what we know of Edda as the Kender. This is unusual behaviour. I'm guessing we've never seen anything like this before. Have you sort of seen red, and you've got this sort of mask of just anger on your face?
I think it's one. Yeah, but then it's kind of afterwards that you one of those shock moments of, geez, what have I just done? Yeah. Okay. So it's just unusual. Yeah.
Okay. So he's dead. You've just speared him with a sharp pointy bit of your hoopak straight through the neck, and he's collapsed to the floor. You can see as the sort of as the adrenaline's leaving you, you can see that the bandit captain in his hand, he's got the 8 gold pieces that you gave to the family, that he seemed to be grasping onto. As Reese starts to become more lucid, you know that he's a tough little kid anyway, with what he's been through and what he's already seen you do. As he turns to Micah, and he'll just say, "Tell me, can you save them? Can you save my family? Is there anything you can do?"
I'm guessing kind of they're like they're done for. Like taking a look at them. Yeah, I wouldn't lie to him and just say like I'm sorry. There's nothing that we can do. I
Okay.
wish we'd been here sooner.
Let's have
Can
just
Theron kind of barge in at that point? Sorry
Yeah.
to be a pain. You go, he's just turned him into a fucking kebab out there. And as he walks in, he goes, oh shit.
roll persuasion for me, Josh, just to see if you've sort of qualified.
Roll what? Sorry.
Persuasion, please. Is Discord going a little bit jerky?
Yeah. I was just going in and
Josh,
out there.
you're going well, Joe.
Roll persuasion.
22. Oh, natural 20. Okay.
Ooh,
Well done, mate. Yeah, so Reese sort of nods. He sort of has a blub, and he'll sort of say, "No, I understand. I understand." And he will tell you the tale that not long after you left, there was another knock on the door, perhaps an hour or two, and it was these fellas, and they could just tell that they were up to no good. And they said, you know, that they told them that there was nothing here for them. They're just simple folk. They're barely making ends meet. They have nothing. But they broke in. They burned the front door until eventually they were able to knock it down. And then they slaughtered everyone. They killed everyone. But he will also say to you that they did strike him and they thought they'd killed him. But when he was unconscious, when he was asleep, he saw a light. He saw and it was the same light that Micah summoned, that he saw you throw out at the enemies, at the dragon men. And he knew that he would be safe. He knew that he wasn't going to die. And he turns to Micah and he says, I want for you to teach me. I want to learn. I want to learn about Paladine.
I almost like just speechless for a second after kind of like hearing him say that. I know so little right now. I really don't know much. I have a lot of questions myself, but one thing I can promise you now is that we'll make sure you're looked after, whether that's with us or if we can find another place for you. I'm not sure, but we're not just going to leave you alone here now. I feel as though we're partly responsible for this, but clearly Paladine has plans for you as he has for me. So I want to help you in every way that I can.
Okay. He'll say, well, there's nothing for me here now. I need to burn my family. This is all I have. And he sort of points to his clothing. He says, I have nothing else to bring. I have no reason for you to say yes, but I will, if you'll accept me, I will follow and I will come with you and learn.
I'll just say we're not going to burn your family. Gather your things and we'll see to it that they get a proper burial.
Okay. All the bandits are dead. You've cleaned them out. It takes you a good few hours to put the family to rest, to burn, set up a pyre. Reese would say to you that you know there's nothing left for him here. I'm wondering whether he would say, you know, just put my family inside and burn the whole building. But that seems, no, I don't think he would say that. I think it would be more, let's set a pyre outside It's the Dark Ages on Kryn, so why waste a perfectly good building? I don't think anyone would do that. So it takes you a few hours to do that. So it's still late night.
I think Hal would have gone up to the bandit captain and like prized the 8 gold pieces from his hands as well, so we could take it, so we could give it back to Reese.
Yeah. Okay. Reese nods at this, and he'll say, "No, I appreciate that. I will take this. I'll put it to good use. You can promise you that."
I think Hal would have also took the bodies of the bandits and left them kind of like in a big just pile, but like almost like the scavengers can have at them, like the crows
Okay.
can have them.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah. So I'm gonna. I don't want to rush through, but I'm quite happy for you to set up camp here. You know that you can barricade yourself in. There are extra rooms if you wanted to. You could spend the night here. You go ahead and have a long rest. That puts us sort of 20 odd minutes away from the end of the session. So unless we have any other business, unless you wanted to discuss anything amongst yourselves, I'm happy to take it to the next day and see you, at the town of Vogler. If that's okay.
Yeah. It would, I guess, like the only thing that Micah would want to be sure of is that everyone else is happy for Reese to join us.
Oh, okay.
I would like to see it as his duty that Reese travels with us.
Okay.
He'd want him to get somewhere where he can take him somewhere safe.
Yeah. Okay. Then.
I think Hal would also feel some level of responsibility for his family's death, because potentially if the gold hadn't been there in the first place, they might not have all been slaughtered, and it was Hal that had given them all that gold.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess like for the evening of that, whilst like Hal's probably spent a lot of time like setting the pyre up outside, he's then gone and sorted the corpses out. He spent a lot of time on his own rather than with the rest of the group, and then probably when he's coming, he hasn't really said much.
Okay. So you're going to need to eat as well.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's what's just because it suddenly occurred to me that you're going to need to eat. So before we fast forward to Vogler, did you want to have an attempt to see if you can find some soul food to cheer everyone up?
Why not? So we've been looking around the pantry and stuff and seeing. I mean, we're in the middle of the nowhere, aren't we? Farm ratatouille.
Nice, classic French peasant dish. Roll. Let's have a nature check for your foraging.
12.
Okay, 12. You can find some. Where are we? It's early autumn, isn't it? So you can have some potato. Yeah, okay, you can have some potato. There's no tomatoes. Nothing remotely resembling anything tomato-ish. So you're gonna have to give me. What did we say we were going to do for your actual cooking check? Was it just like an intelligence check?
We didn't say in the end, did we? We just.
We need to create you like a cooking. What's it?
I think probably just like a flat D20, and then
Wisdom.
depending on how complicated the dish is, increase the
DC.
check. Yeah,
Gotcha.
the DC.
So the DC
Why
for
do
a
wisdom
wisdom check.
Yeah, because it's like when you look at the wisdom list, it's kind of, all those skills of, survival, medicine, insight. So being able to, make, using your insight, using your wisdom to bring together your experience of what you've done before and chucking it all in.
So do you want to say just a flat wisdom roll then?
Well, it's up to you. Yeah, go on then. For this one, I'm quite happy for you to argue your case on each one. It was me that suggested soul food to cheer everyone up. So wisdom makes sense because it's insight as well as everything else. So wisdom makes sense. But if you're trying to bolster everyone up, then it could be something else. But
Okay.
13. 13 is a decent dish. So you've set out to make a ratatouille. You're a decent approximation of, and you can see as people are, if anyone does partake, because you've still not convinced the rest of the party that they're going to eat your food. But Reese tucks in, and you can see his shoulders drop, and he starts to relax a little bit more. And the sort of, I mean, he's only a sort of 10-year-old kid anyway, 9-year-old kid. But the sort of worry lines that were on this 9-year-old kid were horrible to see. But they vanished just by eating your food and sat with Micah and talking to Hal and Theron dicking about with your cat and Edda just being Edda. You've put him at ease with your cooking and general demeanour, shall we say. So you go to bed, you burn the family, you're not bothered about the what's it. Let's take you to Vogler so we can finish the session and start next time in the town of Vogler. So let me give you the map. So the Vingard River, you followed the Vingard River all the way north as you came across the Barb. It's a short trip across land, so you're going to arrive at Vogler. You probably, if you're taking your time, you've still got another 6 days before you can get to Ispin's funeral. So you've got plenty of time. So as Reese is with you, it'd probably take you. You'd camp just outside of Vogler as it turns to night time, and then the day after, you'd make it all the way into the town. So I'll read you the blurb for Vogler, and then I'll show you the map as well. That one. It is that one. So,
how old is Reese? Did you say he was like an 8-year-old?
Yeah, I'll commit to 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? What are you thinking?
So kind of like, I guess, like to make pace and things like that, like with Hal being as big as he is, like I think Hal would have probably chucked him up on his shoulders for bits of the journey, when he's getting tired, and almost like try to have like that almost like older brotherly like affection towards him, just like try to really like nurture and look after him.
Yeah. Okay. Sound. I like it. So I mean, he does. He tells you a tale. He tells you sort of his background, very similar to Micah's. This is the whole family are quite insular. Reese has lived all of his life, as has his dad, at this farm. The story was told that their great-great-grandfather after great-great-great-grandfather after the cataclysm found this building still intact, and they've lived here ever since, and they've basically been able to live off the land and survive, occasionally travelling to Vogler to sell excess food, which doesn't happen and hasn't happened very often. Reese himself has only been to Vogler once, but he was that young that he can't remember it. But his family have told him that he did journey there. But other than that, they've kept to themselves. That occasionally people would walk by, and they were always very wary. They similarly how they treated you. That yes, you can stay in the barn, but we don't want any trouble. Please feel free to stay the night, but then leave straight away. Would be how most people have viewed the world post cataclysm. But he's a good kid, and he loves playing with. I keep forgetting what your cat's with Loki. And he's forever joking with Edda. In fact, he develops a sideline and trying to pick Edda's pockets on several occasions, just fails miserably. But he's also very interested. He seems attached to Micah.
I think like I think Hal would like tell him about kind of Hal and his story, Micah and his story about the fact that something really similar had happened to us when we were when we were children. The fact that we had to leave the city of Vingard where we'd lived for most of our life because of a rebellion, which then had led to the death of our grandfather, and our dad had died before that. So we can kind of like empathise with his feelings and situation.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Very much so. In which case, he's warming to all of you, but especially Micah and Hal. Knowing that you two are brothers and the bond that you've got. Yeah. Just before I read you this blurb as well, then that bond that you've got, Josh, that was incredible. You'd have both missed if it wasn't for that bond.
Yeah, the emboldening bot. Yeah. It's crazy. I think it gets better as well at at 6th level. Yeah.
And also, while I'm touching on it, Lewis, I don't like to coach too heavily, but in situations like that, if you want to say to me, I'm going to cast Mage Armor pre battle, that's fine. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah. Okay.
Just in case. The way you were playing that, though, you were in and out of combat, so I don't think I'm going to get much chance to twat you. So I might not need to.
It was more with that. As I get better with it and as I learn it probably a bit more, I'll get more stuck in with it. I'm still trying to titivate with the Blade Singer.
Yeah,
trying to see what I can do and what my functionality is with it.
Well, when you get higher level as well is when you'll start. Yeah. You should enjoy it. Right, let me give you the Vogler blurb then. So hopefully you've got the blank map of the town of Vogler or village. The fishing village of Vogler clings to a spit of land reaching into the Vingard River. Wooded cliffs overlook the community, and the only path from the north descends to an ivy-coloured remnants of a crumbling stone keep. So far, as you approach the road from the north, it's cliffs either side with a wooded area to the north. The first thing that you see is this crumbling keep on the west side of the village. On top of this keep, it's crumbling but still intact. On top of this keep, you can see what looks like a catapult. This is a full overview, so some of this you can't see, but you'll come across it eventually. The village's modest wooden buildings clutter around a quaint central circle and along the riverbank. Jutting into the river, out of place and seemingly out of time, stands an incomplete stone bridge of incredible artisanship. The structure clearly dates to before the Cataclysm, eclipsing its modern peers in size and sturdiness. The bridge crosses less than half the river's width before giving way to a series of ropes and tethered rafts serving as ferries. On the river itself, dozens of small boats drift along the slow, murky waters, and the fishermen of Vogler ply their trade. So walking through the streets, you've got, I've just shut my book, but I'm going to make reference to it again. You've got the river gate. As you make your way into the village, this gate here there's large stone buttresses that anchor the gates, and they're solid oak doors. The doors are wedged open, and they're wedged open by years and years of mud and dirt pressed against them, giving you the impression that these gates haven't been closed for a long, long time. That, more than anything else, as you walk into the village, makes you feel like this is a safe place. This is a safe haven. If these external doors haven't been closed for a long time, this village hasn't seen much trouble. The wooden buildings are all well built. every piece of, I mean, this is just like a copse of trees here. It's well maintained, well pruned. As you walk through the town, you get hellos, good morning to you. From everyone that you walk past, and you see humans, Kender, Hildewolves, walking through the town. I'll go over this as it becomes necessary in the future. I'm going to go sort of backwards. So as you're looking through town, you can see here what looks like a pub. There's an inn here, which is the Brass Crab, and on your note from Becklin, you've been told that there is lodgings at the Brass Crab available for you. This is the bridge. This is pre-Cataclysm architecture. In the current era, no one would be able to replicate the stonework of this bridge. There's the wharf here. This is the village circle with the mayor's house there. There's only two-story buildings in the whole village. This is one. Even so, it's not incredibly ornate. It's quite a simple building. The other two-story building is this one here. And that is very austere. That's very richly appointed. And on the outside of it is a carriage that you recognise. This is the carriage from which Edda nicked gnome pornography from.
Oh dear.
See
Fantastic.
what else he's got.
Is anybody guarding it?
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm tempted to leave the session just there, so you can start.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's your
Makes
overview.
sense. Yeah.
Overview of the village, and what we'll have you do is walking into town next time, and the full introduction to the townsfolk and all that kind of business. You've still got on arrival 5 more days until Ispin's funeral, so there's plenty of time for you to look around. If that's reasonable with you, gentlemen.
There's lots. Yeah. Just before you go, there's lots of different races. There's humans, Kender, and stuff like that. Are there gnomes as well?
You haven't seen any gnomes.
Okay.
About big orc ladies.
No, there's definitely no. There's definitely no orc ladies. So I'm gonna end the session there, then turn the stream off. So if anyone was watching, thanks for watching. Genuinely, come back another time, and we shall continue this when our shifts allow.
Mm-hmm.